So here we are with Season 4, Episode 10 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Last episode, we learned more about the Heart of Etheria project. We got to see Mara in the flesh instead of just as a hologram, and we got to see that Madame Raz is trickling through time, because how does Mara know about Adora if it weren't for Madame Raz? And this thought kind of just clicked in my head on, like, has this just been happening to her this whole entire time? Because initially I thought that the reason why Madame Raz is trickling through time or going through multiple dimensions or whatever is because of the portal that Mara did, and then just like destroying the portal and doing all this thing that kind of caused Madame Raz to do that. But I don't think that was the case, because she did that even before Mara did the portal. But then at the same time, is that the reason why that's like her memory is like leaking through time and all that, and that's why Mara got an inkling of Adora? I don't know, but it is an interesting thing to think about. But since we got that episode, I would presume we are gonna go back to the Horde at the very least, and then, you know, the whole stuff between Adora and Glimmer, so we'll just have to see. Full links are on Patreon and early access in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Out here learning magic.
I did it!
Is that the truth spell?
I did. It's a truth spell. Don't bother fighting it.
The truth is... Ugh, that outfit really isn't working for you. Magic isn't either.
They're an actor.
Adora called a meeting? Can she do that? I thought you were the queen.
I guess I should be working on my Adora impression. She's clearly the leader here. Is the hair too tiny?
Adora comes in. Alright guys, that whole thing I said about the weapon stuff, we can't do it. Let me talk to you about the Heart of Etheria project. We've got more on our plate than we realize. Oh, wow. Even got a nice little hologram and everything. Damn, dude, who constructed this?
We have to make sure it never goes off again.
If it goes off now, we have to make sure it never goes off.
How do we stop it?
Stop it.
Power, come on now.
How do you intend to use this to your advantage?
We're not. You saw the simulation. We have to disable it.
And throw away
Waste so much
that
power, yep.
Perhaps the first ones were fools for storing so much raw energy at the heart of the planet.
But we're so much smarter.
We could take down the Horde. Are you seriously considering this? We're running out of options.
Desperate times. She's just out here trying to find Scorpia?
Scorpia?
Oh, just that imagination, huh?
Finally.
She's also stuck here, huh, since Hordak is, oh, it's that Kyle.
What are you doing? Get back out there then.
Catra, we already worked a
Kim-
double. We've been going without R&R for days now. We need sleep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you tired?
Yes.
We're all tired, but we're not going to rest until we have all of Etheria.
Hey, man, you're the one who's out there right now. Oh, Rogelio's just holding Kyle's hand. Alright, who's just rewinding this? Ah, it's Burmista.
Elberon, Thamor, Olin, Feline,
Oh my god!
almost everything.
Oh, hold on, dude. The Horde is also tiring out.
Use the scary magical energy.
Just the...
Scary magical energy.
No. He's falling asleep.
Continue this in the morning. Not that I'm up past my bedtime. I don't have a bedtime.
I say we use the magic.
Use the scary magical energy.
How come I still don't have a chair even though the new person does?
Oh no, I'm sitting on Emily.
Swiftwind, is this really?
Oh, Scorpia's here. Oh, damn. Y'all security sucks.
Y'all seemed really busy, so I snuck past the guards and was just waiting.
How?
Dude,
Dude, again. Oh, wait, guys, hold on.
She's got a bot.
No! Emily, no! You sons of bitches, that's it. You ruined Princess Prom. Uh-oh, Emily's gotta fight back.
Please, I don't want to hurt you.
I think she's telling the truth.
Oh, Perfuma. Ah.
I did not mean to do that. It's instinct.
You are behind her, so.
I need your help to save Entrapta.
Oh. She's got eye bags under her, I suppose.
Scorpia, I knew you'd come.
Dude, fucking Kyle is just dead, bro.
There's no way we're working a fort.
What are they saying?
Everyone's getting paranoid, dude.
Mostly people
People
are
are just tired. Just let them fucking rest, bro.
just leave, like everybody else.
Well, since you say so.
Answer me.
Well, she can't really answer if you broke the damn thing.
So sorry about the whole stinging thing.
Fort soldier, why are you here?
Oh, yeah, but just
Shadow Weaver.
hit that bright moon. Everything is making so much sense about why Catra's been acting the way she has.
Hey, Scorpia knows.
You all seem really good at friendship.
No, they're not.
We're here to learn how to be good friends.
I thought I was being a good friend to Catra, but it turns out Catra wasn't being a good friend to me, and also that I have no idea what friendship is. Tratta's the only real friend I've ever had.
And Emily, come on now.
Now, I have to save her.
Beast Island with the blood
The
beads,
Beta.
trees with razor sharp blades instead of leaves. That's real.
She knows pizza.
But it's much worse than that. We told you those children's stories so you wouldn't
Be
scared.
scared.
It's worse.
There.
If we want to safely disable the weapon, Entrapta's our best bet.
Or to use it.
Will everyone just stop for 1 second?
Alright. I'm down for bringing down the queen, alright? Down with the queen. I say we have a democracy out here. We need a council.
You do want to save Entrapta, right?
Of course I do. We'll save her.
After.
But we need to stop the Horde first. I won't risk the whole alliance for one princess who betrayed us.
Whoa.
Unstable mass of magic in the middle of the planet.
Entrapta has a habit of exploding everything she touches.
I told you we can't trust her. She
Yeah, she's literally a fucking program.
to me. She's the bad guy.
The Horde are the bad guys.
Well, there can be two bad guys. Come on now.
What's wrong? People could get hurt.
People are being hurt right now.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Tell her.
Oh, trying to get Bo into this.
No, you weren't there. We need Entrapta.
You weren't there.
We need to
Oh.
disable the weapon.
Why can't you trust me in this?
Because you're wrong.
Oh, shit.
Fine. But I am still queen. And as queen, I am ordering.
Okay, I guess we're not.
Is going to
I guess we're leaving the Princess Alliance. You know, that's what Scorpia did, running away. You guys can just run away. The prison room. You're all prisoner now.
Hang on. I get to stay here.
This is the only other spot.
The only other spare room.
It's a sleepover.
Salad.
What is that? Why is it green and not bar shape? Are you
Green and
messing
not
with me?
bar
If
shape.
not, why are you being so nice?
Oh, well, okay. You should definitely
Oh.
be eating them.
You should definitely be eating them.
Prisoner, I said it's not a sleepover.
I'll get pillows. Be right back.
It's a sleepover now. I know. Need some seasoning on that.
Oh, are you crying? Is it because I made ice pincers? I'm sorry.
Because people are scared of her before. Because
The Horde always told me I was different, that I wouldn't fit in with you all, but you're making me feel the opposite of
not belonging. Belonging.
We're all different, but that's okay.
That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
I've got first watch, so I'll be up if you want to talk more.
Everything
is under control.
Excellent. Etheria will be ours yet.
My god, she destroyed the whole thing. How does that even, like, attach to you anyways? I guess it's on her ears, right? Not Catra freaking out, I'm just over here thinking about her.
I mean, doing the right thing.
Guys, just shut up, just go!
Never happen again. And Glimmer's gonna be angry at us, but at least she'll be around to be angry.
What's happening?
You're asleep? Yeah.
You're dreaming!
You better hurry.
You're not gonna stop
Of
us?
course
I
not, the
didn't
fuck?
join. They're people, just like us.
That's right.
I'll cover for you, but you have to go now.
Oh, they're just gonna fly the ship? I mean, that's one way to do it. Oh. You know, I was wondering how the hell did she even know what's going on? Like, are these all touchscreen based or something? When Mara, I mean, is flying and all that? Oh my god. Oh, now you guys just gotta drop? Jesus Christ, bro! What a roller coaster ride! Yo, Adora's out here, really sitting in the captain's seat, just doing nothing.
Administrator detected.
Oh.
What is your query?
Fly ship! How to fly ship!
Gently.
Acknowledged.
Now, hopefully nobody else is seeing this, you know? It's just a ship, it's just flying out and everything. Alright, maybe you can just give a voice command instead, you know? Swiftwind is dead.
Navigational course.
Beast Island? Do you know where Beast Island is? On the Google map?
Coordinates set. Is any additional assistance?
Yes!
Maybe fly us there?
Affirmative.
Oh, autopilot. Whew!
Tell me everything.
Oh, is that all? Why didn't you just say so? Catra and Hordak are worked up because Horde Prime is on his way with his armada to conquer all of Etheria. You poor lambs don't stand a chance against Horde Prime.
I mean, that is true. Oh, they're gone, finding Etheria. Bye! She's gonna go to Light Hope. Well, She-Ra is the key to it. Who knows, you know? Maybe she'll figure out how to do it. It really feels like Glimmer is coming into her villain arc, you know? Even Shadow Weaver is just over like, does her usual squint out here like, Ah, she's growing along nicely, you know? That's probably what Shadow Weaver is thinking. Gotta go write some notes, and we will be right back to the center. Okay, so Catra in her part of this episode is her, well, I mean, I think the title is kind of there, right? Fractured. Or is it fractures? Fractures. There are multiple fractures everywhere. That includes on Catra, on the Horde's side, and then that includes on the Rebellion side, but we're just here to talk about Catra for this part. So Catra is out here going through all the cameras that they have, and she is desperately trying to find Catra. Scorpia. Catra's trying to find herself. You know, she should probably do that too. But she sees an image that she thinks it's Scorpia. She's so excited that, oh my god, it's Scorpia. I find her. But in the end, it's just a it's just a tree with a hair and like it just looks like pincers. You know, it just so happens to look like Scorpia that she just imagined it. And she's very upset by it. And you can just see her. She doesn't have it here, but later on, you know, she has like these like eye bags under her. I mean, you can still see like the little stress, you know, these little lines right here, little stress lines. But it gets worse as it continues, along with like the freaking grunt soldiers as well. You know, the 3 people who she's been with since kids, and she's basically just treating them like trash, and Lonnie has figured that out a long time ago. Well, by a long time ago, I mean like episode 5, but I'd still presume for them it's kind of like learned helplessness, where like even though they don't like where they are, they feel like it's better to just be here, especially if Horde Prime is coming, and then, you know, they're gonna be the victor and all that, so better to stay here than not, even if I fucking hate Catra. But here's Catra seeing them, and she's just like, yo, get out there, you know, telling them to get out, and And Lonnie is desperately trying to, she's just like, yo, we need some rest, okay? We have not had R&R in days, okay? Like, we're winning right now. So, like, can't we just chill out a bit? And I would assume Lonnie is a little upset because, like, Catra's just been sitting here, and even though Catra's just like, we're all tired, okay? Like, I get it, Catra, you're tired mentally, but you're not out there in the field right now. So as Catra continues, as I mentioned, we've got the little, not eye bags, but, eyeshadows. I mean, could be eye bags still, but really showcase that Catra has not been sleeping. And while she's going through the cameras and everything, she hears some laughing. She thought that it was Scorpia, Oh, I knew you'd come back, but in the end, it's just nobody. And outside, she sees that there are people, so she's just like, oh, if that laughter is not coming from Scorpia, it has to be coming from them. They're laughing so fucking loud that I can hear it in my room, so what the hell's going on, right? So she walks past these fools, hissing at them and everything. And, dude, Kyle's just fucking dead, dude. But as Lonnie's just over here like, look, we're not going out for a fourth time, all right? She's putting her foot down, but Catra just needs her, tosses her in here, and basically tells her, what are those people saying? Are they laughing at me? And Lonnie's just kind of like, no, they're fucking tired. Like, they need rest, like troop morale and all that. I would presume the morale of the troops is kind of low, considering that they've just been going out all the fucking time, no rest or anything. But here, Lonnie finds out that Scorpia is gone, right? Catra just says it, like, if everything was fine, then Scorpia would be here. And perhaps Lonnie is just like, okay, so I know why you're like this, because Scorpia is gone. And also, Catra was trying to get Double Trouble, right? Trying to connect to her, because she's just like, Double Trouble should be connecting back after the whole thing with Selenius. But Double Trouble is in prison, so they can't really say much to you, can't really connect to you. This gets Catra, even more on the wire. Everybody closest to her is just fucking abandoning her, even Double Trouble. And that pisses her off so much, she ends up breaking this, but we see the tears streaming down her face. Oh, there goes that first tech. Then we see Catra again, which with a smile that is not a smile at all, It's like she's smiling, but those eyes, she's dying on the inside. But, and the way that she talks too, she's just like, yeah, we're going further inland right now. She's just really shutting herself down here at this point. Everything is under control, says Catra. And Hordak doesn't give a shit. He's just like, all right, cool. Anyways, I'm out of here. Goodbye. Etheria will be ours yet. But man, we see everything around her has been destroyed, except for this one thing. At least she can keep contact with Hordak for a bit until she inevitably destroyed the main panel as well. I'm surprised it was still working, honestly. Here, she takes off her crown, takes off her helmet. You know what? Hold on. I want to take a look. Maybe it is connected to her ears, That's how she keeps it on. And she takes that off. Yeah, I guess it curves, but then you still see it. It doesn't go around her ear. I'm just like, it's magnetic, but then I'm just like, she's not magnetic. She's not a robot. But hey, she takes that off, and she ends up, crying. She's just absolutely losing it because, well, winning is not as what she's expected. She's out here doing great and all that, but unfortunately, all of the people around her is gone, and we'll just have to see how crazy Catra gets with this whole procedure. I mean, Scorpia's out here is just like, oh, I know that Catra's losing it right now that I'm gone. But I will say, this whole thing, I feel like I kind of mentioned it last time when they took over Selenius, and then Hordak is just like, no, Catra, you fucking go back. I'm gonna do the taking over stuff, I'm gonna get the glory and all that. And Catra was a little upset about that. And I think I mentioned it, because I keep making Avatar The Last Airbender references. So, here I am making this reference again. Look, Catra is out here just having her Azula moment where, hey, Azula had all that plan, and then her dad's just like, I'm gonna take this plan. You go back, you stay in the Fire Nation, daughter. And, you know, by that time too, Azula has lost all of her friends as well, her friends. Yeah, that's, honestly, that's really the only thing that I was thinking about during this whole point. Just very excited to see what Catra will do, next after all this. And, again, as I said, it feels like perhaps morale in the troops is going down because they're not getting any rest, even if they are winning. Who really cares about winning if you're not feeling good, right? Hey, even though we as the audience have, like, omnipotence at some points, you know, we know both sides of the story, but also not really. If Glimmer had catch this, it would be really good because, like, even though they're losing a lot of land, a lot of islands and a lot of cities and towns and villages or whatever, the Horde is basically burning themselves out. Like, they're going in a big, fast wave, but they are, like, the flame, you know, on their candle, it's like, the flame is big, but the candle is getting very, very small. It's getting smaller and smaller, and eventually that fire is going to extinguish themselves out, and that would probably be the perfect time for the rebels to fight back and take back, you know, a good apportion amount, wow, what English, to actually be able to fight back the Horde. But, you know, Glimmer, desperate times calls for desperate measures and all that, so, well, I guess we'll talk about that. Alright, so that was Season 4, Episode 10 of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. As I mentioned, you know, the whole episode title, Fractures. There is a fracturing in Catra's mind, but there seems to be a fracture within the Princess Alliance. I would presume that's gotta happen. I mean, it's already did between Bo and Adora and Glimmer, right? The best friend squad. They're not it's not deja vu, but also at the same time, there's the whole idea that, well, are the princesses going to be able to use that power? And we have Mermista, who kind of came in, and she's just like, look, I'm gonna do everything that I can to save Selenia, so yeah, we should use that power. So Mermista is very adamant about that. And so I kind of wonder, eventually, once we get to that point of, like, are we gonna use that power, or are we not gonna use that power? There's going to be certain people who aren't going to, who's gonna be picked on one side. We know that Mermista and Glimmer, and Shadow Weaver, but, you know, it's going to be on that side, and Frosta seems like she's gonna be over with Adora, because she supports her, because she says, you know, people, even if the Horde's out here fucking us up, there's still people in the end, and I want to save those people. But I did have a question that I wondered, and kind of comes from this beginning, sort of. I mean, it's Glimmer trying the whole spell stuff, and Double Trouble is just continuing to instigate Glimmer, right? Getting her to lose focus and all that. And I will say one thing about Double Trouble. With the way that, like, Double Trouble is just over like, oh, you believe my performance though? I can tell. It's called acting. And dude, I was getting such a fucking blow to my face just thinking about all these freaking character archetypes. Like, the actor. I'm acting right now, and man, I will say, when it comes to Double Trouble, I mentioned this to the people on Patreon, and I haven't really said this here, simply because I felt like maybe I should keep this inside for the whole season, but for right now, you know, I'll say it, and if I change my mind, you'll know. So for Double Trouble, other than the fact that they give me a lot of anxiety and trust issues in the beginning, you know, with like, oh no, they're gonna come in and they're gonna fiddle around with the rebels and all that. Other than that whole feeling that Double Trouble gave me, I don't particularly care about Double Trouble. It also kind of stems from the fact that I don't particularly care about these actor type characters, you know? I'm an actor. I act. Other than that personality type, that trait that Double Trouble has, you know? I'm out here for the scene and everything. I feel like there's not a lot of personality, a lot of things that I would like about Double Trouble. you know, because there's also the fact that we don't really know too much about Double Trouble. So there's that as well, right? We don't really know Double Trouble's history yet. So I'm still kind of waiting on that to see if they're gonna give us that or not, or if Double Trouble really is a character that just came into the scene and it's just like, hey, I'm an actor, so here I am, a part of this TV show, you know, like, because, like, other than Double Trouble, like, being able to transform into other people, taking their emotion and you know, crafting that and becoming that character, I feel like there's really no sustenance for Double Trouble right now. That's my issue with Double Trouble, I think, is that there's no sustenance for this character, other than they're an actor, and I'm just like, I don't care. We've got the whole, like, Princess Alliance, you know, Adora's calling a meeting, could she do that? And she goes into her Adora impression, which is just Adora with, like, a pompadour. Hey, you know, they're out here, first of all, they're out here making fun of her giant forehead, but now it's just like a pompadour. But again, this is still Double Trouble sowing the seed of chaos, right? Like, oh, she's calling for a Princess Alliance meeting? Oh, she's clearly the leader here. And even though Glimmer knows that Double Trouble is the enemy, I would presume these words still sting at her heart. But what I was thinking, after Glimmer disappeared, okay, so Shadowy was already, like, squinting at her, kind of like showing, like, she's frowning? Yeah, and then you get a close-up of just her squinting even more. Does Shadow Weaver have a plan for Double Trouble? I don't know whether Shadow Weaver is just like, I'm tired of your shit, or maybe Shadow Weaver got something up her sleeves for Double Trouble, because, I mean, they have to bring Double Trouble back at some point. They can't just put Double Trouble in jail for the rest of the season, or maybe they will and they'll get back in season 5. Every time they fucking show Shadow Weaver, I'm just always thinking, like, she's plotting something. What's going on inside Shadow Weaver's head right now, huh? But here we are with Adora and Bo showing the princesses what will happen if the Heart of Etheria is enabled, is activated. They've got, like, a whole simulation and everything. How do they set this up? I do wonder how does this happen? I guess it must be magic, right? They can just do that with their fingers and their minds and all that. I just assume somebody's just on a computer and having to do the 3D stuff. Who knows? But hey, Entrapment did that before too, with the portals and stuff. But they may mention the frickin' world's gotta explode and that they need to shut it down, only for Shadow Weaver to come in. Is just like, no. Why do you want to disable that when we can use it to defeat the Horde? And since Glimmer has just been her apprentice this whole time, right? She's just kind of like, yeah, Shadow Weaver is correct. Why don't we, you know, what if there's a way that we can channel the magic to ourselves? Or, well, what if there was a way to channel that magic ourselves? There you go. Right? What if we can do it? Since they've been storing all this raw energy in the core, what if we just, you know, get a little tube in there and just poke into it and just, you know, have a small little tube that'll just leak the magic out to us. Although I think they kind of already have that. There are just tubings, as Entrapment says. There are just not tubings, but, you know, there's, like, all these stuff that they've put in the planet already. So, like, that's how they've been siphoning the magic. Which, by the way, does that mean you can, like, travel to the center of Etheria? It's like the hollow Earth theory, except it's a hollow Etheria. Literally a hollow Etheria at this point. There's so much ravaging by the first ones on this planet. But as I mentioned, with how the Princess Alliance is probably going to be fractured, there's the question of should you use it or should you not? And Glimmer is in for it. Perfuma is, well, she's just over here like, do we use it or do we not? Like, she's indecisive, but I would presume Perfuma won't do it because, like, the risk is too good, and she's, you know, supposedly a fascist, a pacifist. Those are two different words. Perfuma, not very sure, and well, even though Frosta was just over here like, maybe we should rest right now, but eventually after she talks to Scorpia, she realizes that, no, we probably should disable it. But we've got Mermista, who says, we should use the magic. I need to save Selenius at all costs. And then we've got Swiftwind, who's still upset that he doesn't have a chair. He's very upset at this this mistreatment of horses around here, you know? He's a part of this group as anybody. Well, why does he not have a chair? Although I will have to question, how are you gonna sit on this chair? I guess they'd have to like make like a big mattress or something for you to lay down, because like it'd be really awkward if you just sit down on your behind, but then you're still standing in the front. But hey, he mentions the new person, you know? It's Scorpia. She's out here, sitting on Amelie. And I've made mention so many times before, the security in Bright Moon is absolute shit, alright? You're telling me this bright red person with white hair is able to sneak through this place? Look, maybe y'all should figure out the internal structure of Bright Moon before trying to figure out how to defeat the Horde first, alright? And I'm not saying that it's Glimmer's fault, but she is the queen. Hey, I wouldn't say it's Glimmer's fault if this was a council. Need a sip of my coffee. So Scorpia gets taken prisoner, as Glimmer says. You are our prisoner now. But yeah, there's also this point where I think it was Glimmer. It's like, are you listening to me? Somebody who says that, but it was Scorpia just looking at Shadow Weaver. It's just like, whoa. And then just looking around the place and just like, oh yeah, like, whoo, Shadow Weaver is here in Bright Moon? No wonder why Catra freaked out. No wonder, like, it all makes sense. This is why Catra decided that she was gonna open this portal in the first place. Oh, I totally get it. And I love that Scorpia is like, yeah, and I know that she is going to crack when she finds out that I'm gone. And she is. Oh, Scorpia knows. I like that Scorpia, you know, she kind of comes here and she's like, well, you know, I know you guys are like good on friendship and all that. I just want to learn how to be a good friend. I don't even know what friendship is, honestly. He's like, I thought I was being a good friend to Catra, but Catra's not a good friend to me. And I love that even though Scorpia knows that Catra wasn't being a good friend to her, she knows the impact that she has on Catra. So, I really enjoy that. It's a very nice insight on what Scorpia is thinking. So Scorpia mentions that she is here to save Entrapta, right? But also expressing her regret on allowing Catra to just let Entrapta go to Beast Island. And with the mention of Entrapta, right? And her being at Beast Island, and also making mention that, like, oh, you know, Entrapta was going to tell Hordak about the whole portal stuff, but Catra ended up sending her to Beast Island. Adora knows about Beast Island, right? She's like, oh my god, Beast Island! Oh, that's super scary. I love that Shadow Weaver's just like, yeah, it's much worse than that. We told you stories so you wouldn't be scared. I like the scary stories that you've told, just to make sure that they wouldn't be scared. And so, as Bo says, our best bet is to save Entrapta, since, you know, she knows a lot about magic and First One tech, so she will definitely be able to figure out how to do this whole spiel. But here is Glimmer, who's just out here like, alright, hold on guys, hold on a minute, and everybody's just like, alright, we gotta get settled in, alright, we gotta go rescue Entrapta right now. And hey, Glimmer, she is the queen, but she definitely had no fucking power here. No authority, I mean. She yells, you know, would everybody listen to me? Points at Scorpia, you're not going anywhere, you're a prisoner. And then she ends up taking Bo and Adora to a private room to talk about, and she says, stop trying to barrel ahead with your own plans. I got plans. I'm the queen, so you should listen to me. If you're gonna say you have your own plans and like you're the queen and all that, it's kind of your fault that we've been losing this whole time, huh, Glimmer? You suck down with the queen. We should overthrow the queen. Let's put a council in here, alright? We don't even need to do a democratic society, just get a council. And by that I mean council for Bright Moon, you know, because Bright Moon is like a key, I forgot what the name of it is. I was gonna say meritocracy, but that's not it. But, you know, probably should get rid of that. That's all I'm saying, you know, sometimes having a responsibility on just one person is a little bit too much. We can see that on Glimmer. We have to talk about this. What's there to talk about? Entrapta needs our help, and we need Entrapta. Adora, have you ever heard of anyone coming back from Beast Island? Do you even know where it is? No, but we have to try. Oh, great plan. The Horde's on our doorstep, and we'll just drop everything to run off on a harebrained rescue mission. Glimmer, you do want to save Entrapta, right? Of course I do. We'll save her after. I won't risk the whole alliance for one princess who betrayed us. So, like, Adora just never talked about this to Glimmer? Like, about her conversation with Entrapta? Because, like, Entrapta... And like, they found out that Entrapta was alive this whole time because they thought Entrapta died. Whatever, for the fact that she's over here like, yeah, for a princess who betrayed us, But also, like, didn't you hear what Entrapta was going to do from Scorpia? And the reason why she got to Beast Island? Went through one ear and out the other for Glimmer. Also, I will say, I love the lighting here with the with the fire. There's an unstable mass of magic in the middle of the planet. Everyone's at risk unless we can get Entrapta to shut it down. Entrapta has a habit of exploding everything she touches. Hey, imperfection, but hey, you try and try again, you know? And you can't make the argument of, well, what if she does that and the whole planet explode? Because what if you do something and the planet explode, you know? As much as it is, I'd rather trust a professional, and if they blow up, then at least it wasn't my fault. You really want to let her near this thing. And I love that Bo's just like, whoo! I mean... But again, Shadow Weaver might be an expert in magic, but she's not an expert in first one tech, you know? And so you've got, at the very least, you might have a chance at using the power when Entrapta is here, you know? Honestly, Glimmer should have just been like, okay, like, we'll discuss on whether we should disable or use it when Entrapta's here. You know, let's get the professional perspective of this, although I feel like Entrapta at that point would probably be like, yeah, we probably should disable it. Kind of the same thing that she did with the portals, right? But, you know, at the very least could have done that, but I still get why Glimmer, it's like, I can't believe that y'all are gonna fly out of here and just abandon us. Abandon. It's an issue in this series. And I can't believe you're just gonna fly out when the Horde is right on our doorstep. How could you guys? For a harebrained rescue mission, you know, you know what happened last time we did a rescue mission. We lost Entrapta. And then what happened last time too? Angela's gone. Like, what the heck? Just go to Light Hope and ask her if we can get some of that stored power back. We could use it to defeat the Horde and save Entrapta. What? No. I told you we can't trust her. She betrayed Mara. And also, she's an AI. You can't trust an AI that has one specific programming. She lied to me. She's the bad guy. The Horde are the bad guys, and you don't have to tell her everything. Yeah, but like, is Light Hope going to actually do something? I mean, again, Light Hope has a programming, so like, you know, you could be like, how do I know what's the Heart of Etheria project is. I do wonder what Light Hope would react if she hears about the fact that they know about it, right? And then kind of like with Glimmer going towards the end, like, I don't know, like, I'm just kind of like, would Light Hope even talk to her? That's my first question. Maybe, who knows? But with Adora talking about how, like, Light Hope's the bad guy, and then Glimmer just pushes that aside, like, no, the Horde are the bad guys. And again, we can have multiple bad guys, okay? I mean, it's already in plurals, bad guys. But, you know, maybe Glimmer definitely feels like this is a lot on my plate. I don't want to add more things on my plate, okay? So I'd rather just focus on the Horde for now. We'll deal with Light Hope later. Kind of like how she says, focus on the Horde now. We'll save Entrapta later. Find out how it works, how to access it. And if it goes wrong, people could get hurt. I genuinely thought Glimmer was going to be like, people are being hurt right now, you know? But this makes Glimmer look over to Bo, right? Trying to get him on her side. Runs over to him. You understand what I'm trying to say. Tell her. And so here's Bo making a firm stance, right? Instead of him being the mediator in all of this. He knows the consequences. He's heard Mara. And so, again, he's made this firm stance, and also just knowing that the way that she touches his hand, you know? The little rub on her thumb on his hand, but then he frowns, and he says, no, you weren't there. Which, holy shit, dude, what a blow to Glimmer, dude. Like, the whole first 4 episodes of Glimmer is just her being left out because she's a queen and she is just being sat in the throne room in all these meetings, and Bo and Adora are just becoming closer and you know, hanging out, spending more time with each other without her. So that feeling of being left out, that feeling of abandonment that Glimmer has, potentially. Oh my god. Again, just the way that he says that, it's just like, holy shit, dude. We need entrap the whoo, and then the shiver in her eyes before she goes into a frown, maybe a little grimace. Alright, as Bo says, we need to disable the weapon. Why can't you trust me in this? Right? Glimmer asks. She wants Adora and Bo to trust her, but she doesn't do the same for them. Right? She doesn't trust them with their plan. With them wanting to disable the stuff. I mean, both are opposite ideas and opinions, right? But, again, like, Glimmer could still just kind of be like, hey, you guys can go rescue Entrapta, and then we'll hear her opinion out, and we'll see what she wants to do. But, you know, Shadow Weaver's too much in her head, and she's gotta save this planet. She's gotta save Bright Moon, she's gotta save, Etheria, by any means necessary. But hey, you know, trust, I feel, is a two-lane road. But also at the same time, Adora and Bo don't trust her either, so like, all three of them are just distrustful. I've already made mention, I wouldn't trust Glimmer either. It's apparently, according to her leadership, that the Horde's just been winning this whole time, alright? Since she's the queen, it's all her fault. It's her responsibility. If they won't listen to her, then she's gonna use her queen status, and she says nobody is leaving this place. Except, you should have realized how horrible your security is when Scorpia is literally in the room with all the other princesses, and you think that you're gonna be like, I'm the queen, nobody's leaving here. Yeah, good luck with that, Glimmer. You should know how shitty your fucking security is. I don't really have too much to say about, like, this whole scene with Scorpia out here and her getting to talk a little bit with Perfuma, but mostly with Frosta, and then, you know, Scorpia crying because she's happy that the princesses accepted her, you know, that she felt like the Horde said that she wouldn't be accepted, right? The things that she made mention to Catra before, right? People, they think that I'm scary because I've got lobster claws and I'm red. Red means scary, you know? I think it's a nice moment between Frosta and Scorpia. After Scorpia said that she felt like she wouldn't belong here, right? And I would presume, you know, the Horde teaches her that, so then it would make her not want to come here. Understandable. It's kind of like how they teach the other kids when they become a soldier in the Horde that the princesses are dangerous. So, like, don't go over there because they're gonna fucking kill you. And so we've got Frosta who tells Scorpia, you know, I used to feel that way too. And then I met Glimmer and the others, and I realized that none of us fit in. We're all different, but that's okay. And Scorpia says that might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. Wow. Out here, getting a salad bowl with no dressing? Again, like, she just ate a lettuce. I'm like, dude, that shit can be, like, bitter. Ugh, gross. You know, Scorpia's just been here for, like, a few moments, and she already feels like she belongs here. Good for her, you know? Did I mention how bad security is here in Bright Moon? Like, literally, Adora and Bo are just sneaking down with ropes, and they were just freaking talking to each other the whole entire time. And then Swiftwind came in just yelling and shit. Where are the guards? Like, I thought you're supposed to, like, keep these people from not coming out. Whatever. But hey, Frosta sees them, and again, after the talk with Scorpia, she realizes the Horde are just people. So, you go, you do you. Alright, I'm gonna cover for you, and just go, you know? And after a bunch of shenanigans with flying a ship that they don't know how to use, no manual or anything, they realize that they could just use the AI to autopilot all the way to Beast Island. And I think when she says Beast Island, the AI has, like, another name for it. Setting coordinates for hazardous materials disposal site, also known as Beast Island. Hazardous materials, as in I mean, maybe people, but like also other like technology items. And if that's the case, I think Entrapta's probably having a great time at Beast Island. I've thought that before, and I am still thinking about it now. I was just like, what if Entrapta's just been feral this whole time, you know? But hey, if there's tech that she can fucking use to her advantage, again, she's probably doing fine. She's probably living a great life over there. But here we are with Glimmer and getting Double Trouble to talk. Her truth spell works this time around, and she learns from Double Trouble that they can't cry on cue. They think about children falling when they cry, but they're tears of laughter. They're not tears of sadness at all. Wow, you are giving me other things about Double Trouble that I guess I won't talk about. I'm just gonna keep it in my mouth for now. Double Trouble's out here, you know, talking about how they've been on the wire, you know, the Horde, because Horde Prime is coming and they gotta have this place nice and clean and perfect and taken over for Horde Prime. So then Hordak can be like, look, I've got Etheria for you. Like, I thought Glimmer already made this talk in the first episode of this season, where it's like, hey, they got a big army out there somewhere that could come at any moment. Isn't that what Glimmer said? And so, like, when Double Trouble said this, and Glimmer's just like, I'm just like, what are you I'm like, you already know this, Glimmer. Like, Catra and Hordak are worked up because Horde Prime is on his way with his armada, right? And then she's just over like, what? When are they coming? Any day now. And I'd say it's curtains for your little rebellion here. But hey, well, this, yeah. Here's one more for you. So if you're already losing to Hordak, you poor lambs don't stand a chance against Horde Prime. Glimmer's just, no. What do you think, Glimmer? Like, I'm so confused about this whole scene. I'm like, you already know a fucking army's coming. Like, all right, that's it. I'm gonna go look at episode 1 again. Hordak is still in power, and we know there's an even larger Horde army out there somewhere. We can't let them win. It's time for us to take back our home. Okay, I mean, she doesn't really make mention about, like, they're coming at any moment, but, like, you know that it's out there somewhere. So, like, they can come at any moment. It's not, well, I guess it's one to assume things, it's another to actually hear it from the enemy and be like, oh no, the army is coming any day now. Oh no! If I can't handle Hordak, I can't handle Horde Prime when he comes. Oh no, like, no fucking shit, Glimmer. So Glimmer pops in, trying to see where Adora and Bo is, only to find out that, well, they left, you know? And Shadow Weavers will be like, well, you can still stop them. I guess you just teleport inside, and then teleport them out, and then just have the ship autopilot to be silent. Hey, you know? That's one way to save Entrapta, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, yo, Entrapta's at Beast Island, and then the ship just comes in out of nowhere, and then she goes into it, and like, oh, there's nobody here. Well, I'm gonna start booping on all these stuff, and then she just gets herself a fucking flying device. Hey, again, one way to save Entrapta, she can save herself. Just send her the things that she needs. Or maybe she'll just be like, I don't want to leave Beast Island. It's pretty good over here. No drama. Just me, myself, and the machines, and all the other beasts. But hey, Glimmer's out here saying, let them go. If they don't trust me, I don't trust them. Which, I mean, I think we've kind of already had that when you said that you're going to stop them by using your queen card and not letting them leave. What, you think that they were actually going to follow your orders? Oh, she had trust in them then? Ah, that's why she played the queen card. I'm gonna figure out how to access the magic at the heart of Etheria, even if I have to do it by myself, and how to use it, yeah. And I'll do it alone if I have to, yeah. And so she goes, she leaves, and then we have, yet again, Shadow Weaver, just squinting. Then we've got Glimmer, who's going to where Light Hope is, if she can, you know, activate this place. I mean, I guess she can probably teleport in, right? She can teleport in and then just be like, hey, Light Hope, where are you? I know you're in here. Shira! Just say the password, you know, the administrator password. So, I suppose we will see Glimmer meeting Light Hope if Light Hope is actually gonna come out. You know, maybe again Light Hope is just gonna be like, okay, hey, you look gullible enough. Let me manipulate you, just like how Shadow Weaver's doing. Let me manipulate you in order to get Adora to do what I want. Because as I said, Adora is the key to this whole thing, and she's gonna need Adora one way or another. So, well, watch out, Adora. You're gonna get kidnapped again. Except by your friends this time. Wow. Well, as I said, fun episode. These last 2 episodes, very enjoyable. You know, season 4 kind of feels like season 1 to me. In terms of like, I didn't really enjoy the first half as much. And then the second half kicks in and I'm just like, this is good. This is some great shit. I like it. So, but also, we had less of Double Trouble, so hey, it's good stuff all around. Anyways, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. And that's it. Bye.